All right, I guess that's going. The quick and dirty of this is I think my studio is a mess. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of what I've got going on here. Just I play quite often, so traveling around and doing whatever. But yeah, it just doesn't feel like my own space just yet. So one of the first things I wanted to do, this is the, I guess I'll just show it to you. Here. So, let's see if we can get that into frame. So I believe this is called a string swing. And I can't remember if it's supposed to be 5 or 6 hangers for guitars, but I've got 2 different walls and I've got 2 of these, so hopefully we'll do this. I saw a Mr. Pete Thorne, who's another person I follow, and heed a lot of his words, and his tones are absolutely amazing. Great guitarist too, by the way. He put together a new studio, and the first thing that he put up were guitar hangers, and I just dug that, and I figured, if the pros are doing it, why not me? Alright, let's see, what else do we have to do here? Park that right there. Yay, unboxing. I know I won't do a lot of unboxing. What I would like to try to do is focus more on the wizardry that is how to set things up and get the tones that you want. But hey, who knows which direction we're going to go here. I am not saying I have to go one direction. Who knows? People might enjoy an unboxing with all of the noise and everything. Why not? Whoa, hey, take that, camera. I get a little excited with our unboxing here. You guys okay? You guys okay? Oh my, guys. I shook the whole internet. I didn't mean to. I guess that's fine. Alright, so let's just keep on giving this thing the bladed treatments. Let's see, what do these look like? Alright, more layers. Ogres are like layers. They, maybe ogres are just packed really well for distribution. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so I'm going to be a little careful here because now I can see I've got a little bit of metal. And there's that. Okay. Yeah. Now, I know this is probably pretty straightforward, but I am curious to see if they put any instructions in here. Oh, I've got a thing that looks like an end cap. We'll figure that out in just a second. There's one of the hangers. Oh, I'm sure one of these are part of the hanger bits there. Okay, I'm just going to open this up. What does this look like? Alright, so that's called a slat wall clip. And, alright, we'll figure out what that does. Slat wall system. Maybe that's a locking mechanism device. Who knows? Add another one there. These are pretty nice. I like the little caps at the end here. I wonder what they're hiding. Hopefully they're not glued on, because then I'd have one heck of a time. Well, I gotta try to pull it all the way off. This is nice and rubberized here. I can see that this piece here has got a little end cap that I will be pulling off, this little rubberized thing to get the screw into the rest of everybody there. That's kind of cool. And then this little guy looks like the cleat will hang out like so. And then you've got this nice little, almost over 180 degrees as to which orientation you want to have your guitars. So you can have them straight out, and it looks like, I mean, goodness, if, look at this, I prepped. Oh, you genius, you. All right, so I've got myself a bit of a ruler. I'm going to tighten this thing up so that we can see just how much of a clearance we'll get. That's about, this pin here, roughly 9 inches. So if you have a guitar that is this deep from the neck, we're talking maybe basso sexto won't fit on this, but decent sized acoustic might be fine. I wouldn't mind putting up a few little bits of foam up on the wall as well. Okay, so that is a lather, rinse, repeat for, there's number 2. Number 3. More bits and pieces. Okay, so they call that the yoke, the Guitar Keeper yoke. That's the piece that I was just looking at earlier. Look at that. Okay. Trying to keep it as clean as possible. You can see all the detritus heading out over in that direction there. Or the garbage for those fancy people. And let's see, what else? I'm just going to give this another little slice here. Boy, I should probably reframe this so that you could see what exactly I'm doing. I tell you, it's super cool though. Ah, instruction manual. All right, got 2 little clips and stuff here. This looks like the mounting system for the wall. As you can see, those are some pretty hefty looking bolts there. I'm thinking these might be perfect to go into a stud. 2-inch screws, which is nice. Shout out to anybody using metric. I can't help you out. Not until I have a imperial and metric ruler. Maybe one of these days, huh? Put it on my wish list. All right. And here's the last little yoke assembly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm dropping things. 5. So each one of these comes with 5. The front piece itself ends up against the wall thusly. Let's see if I can get just a nice little sheen on here. Ooh, yeah, that's right. This thing itself seems to be about 5 feet long. Once again, let's take out that ruler. Tape measure. It's 4 feet long. Wasn't as long as I was going to think it was. However, it is pretty cool. I like the channeling system. Feels like this aluminum. And I could see where these little hangers will kind of start coming into play. There's little stops for them up here so you can actually get them cinched in properly by the looks of it. How simple are those to go in? Yeah, pretty simple. Okay. I don't know why you'd use those if you have them hanging. I mean, it's super easy to get these things out, but I'd imagine if you use the stop piece, you'd end up having to install them thusly, by the looks of it. Or what that might be is for an offset. So if I come back here, there we go. Now we can pretend that this is on the wall. That little screw will give you an offset. So rather than it being flush 90 degrees, say for some reason you've got a weird angled rooftop, and you've got to give it just a little touch to where it's going to hang properly like that. So that's what I think that might end up being. That's pretty cool. Let's get one of these yokes on here. I'm just going to give it a quick assemblage and show it off. These are the glorious things they like to edit out in videos. I'm going to leave it in. You should see my struggles. There we are. So, that is a full piece. That is, all in all, that is a foot all the way out to the tips, if you could see that. So your guitars would essentially be sitting at that 10 mark. I could see that. It's in frame. That looks good. So you can make them sit that way if you want. Or let's give it this direction, because you guys in all of the YouTube land would probably want to see this, huh? Yeah, why not? So now we have, I should see it too, the center point's 7 inches, so that'll be 7 inches on the center point there for your guitar, which means that you've got that amount of clearance before you hit the cleat. And I'd imagine because the cleat's an extra, we'll say 3/4 off the wall, then that would be your clearance. So that way if you have anything that needs to sit this direction down here, I couldn't imagine why anybody would want it to be super like 90 degrees from the wall, and unless you're, I don't know, somebody very adamant about keeping things in a particular way or order there. I mean, I can imagine if you park them a little offset to where it's not at the 90 degree, but a little extra 45 off of that, I think that would look really nice up on a wall, wouldn't you? Like kind of fitting that. I don't have any guitars out right now, otherwise I'd put it there. But that's a string swing. I'm gonna get these assembled over the course of the next week or two. I'll put them up, I'll show them off, and hopefully I'll start getting some of my editing prowess up to speed so that we don't have all of this weird, painful, awkward breaks in the conversation. Yeah. Well, that's about it. Here you go.